Hey everybody, I'm JJ, you're watching Reality Survival, and today we're going to hit you with some statistic porn. I don't do fear porn here on the channel, as you guys know. That's why I call it Reality Survival. But I do think that when you are considering how to allocate your funds, your money, towards your prepping efforts, whatever level you're at, you should do it with a mindset based towards statistics and what is most likely, what am I most likely to need, what am I most likely to encounter, what kinds of things are possibly going to hurt me or my family or friends or people around me or whatever the case may be. And so that is what this video is going to talk about, and then I'm going to show you some options on remedying this. So it's funny that the majority, I'd say a lot of prepper videos out there just don't talk about subjects like this, because I think it's probably because we get acclimated to dealing with this kind of these issues that I'm going to talk about here, and so we think that they're not very impactful. But I can tell you that they are extraordinarily impactful for a lot of people around the country every year, and that's why I'm going to talk to you about car accident statistics today. I found this interesting article, and I just wanted to read some of it to you guys because I didn't realize it was quite so high. I knew that the death number was around 38,000, but on the other sides of it, on the injuries and stuff, it was exceedingly higher than I thought. And it appears that there is some change in the statistics, some new data. So I want to go over that. So let's see here. There were over 5 million police-reported car accidents in the U.S. in 2020. Now remember, that's pandemic and all that kind of stuff. And according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, that's a 22% decrease from 2019. So in 2019, somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 million or whatever. Also, there was a total of 38,824 traffic-related deaths, and that was in 2020. And that is the highest fatality count since 2007. So it's increasing. 43% of car accidents result in injuries. So remember, there were 5 million car accidents. So 43% of that is those people, there's injuries in those. So what are we talking about? We're talking about roughly, say, half, that's 2 million. So we're somewhere around 2 million injuries in car accidents per year. So that equals out to about, they said it equals out to about 4 car accident injuries per minute. So every minute, somewhere around the United States, 4 people are getting hurt in car accidents. Is it likely that you're going to get in a car accident or a car accident with an injury? Yes, it's likely. We can say that that is in the highly likely category when it comes to statistics. In fact, I would say that maybe that might be the most dangerous thing that you do in your life as you go about the world, is driving a vehicle. Now we accept that risk because we do it all the time, and it's okay and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to submit to you guys today, here, right now, that you need to prepare your vehicle. You need to prepare yourself in case you get into an accident. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different options from Refuge Medical. Okay, now I am an affiliate with Refuge Medical. You guys know that. You can use a discount code Reality Survival to save 10% over there. And you should do that, and there might be other codes that you could use. When you go to the channel, they might be running specials and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. That's totally cool. It doesn't matter to me if you use the code or don't use the code or whatever the case may be. But I will say it's interesting, and I suppose it's because there's a lot more sources for medical stuff out there, and maybe a lot of you guys have medical gear already in your vehicles. But it is interesting from my perspective on this side of the camera that I make a lot more affiliate money from a device like the EMP Shield rather than something like these Slick Kits from Refuge Medical. And it's a volume thing. For some reason, you know, even though I tell people it's a pretty unlikely that you would have to worry about an EMP, because I am the worst salesman on YouTube, right? It's still a lot of people buy them, and I appreciate that you do. I appreciate it because, like I said, I'm an affiliate and I get a cut of it. However, what I would really love to see is I would like to see you guys, you know, think about medical stuff from a pretty, you know, serious perspective, because statistically speaking, you're way more likely to need to use this stuff than you would ever have to use an EMP shield or, you know, something along those lines. So I hope you take this with the spirit that it's intended. You know, I'm not angry or anything like that. It's just, it's interesting to me because this stuff is stuff that can save your life and it can save your family's lives. And so I hope that you guys have these in your cars. That's my intent of this message, is that if you don't have something, and if you don't buy it here at Refuge Medical, or use my discount code or whatever, that's totally cool. Just go somewhere and get it. And, you know, if you want to build your own kit off Amazon, that's totally cool. Like, whatever you want to do, okay? I think that Refuge Medical offers the best kits on the market, and so that's why I wanted to show you some of these today. So the Slick Kit is going to be in a giveaway that we're going to do over on Reality, or on Substack. So you just go to realitysurvival.substack.com, and here pretty shortly I'm going to be coming out with a post on Substack, and it'll come to your inbox if you're signed up, and it's free, it doesn't cost anything. On that post there's going to be a picture of this kit, and it's going to say giveaway, enter in the comments below or something like that. All you got to do is type a comment out in the comments on that post, and you will be entered to randomly, you know, I'm going to randomly select it. Somebody will receive this kit. I just mailed out the bushcraft knife that we were giving out last month. So Deborah, that is on the way to you, and that's gone. So go sign up over on Substack. But let me cover the contents of this Slick Kit. This kit is designed, you can see how thin it is. It's designed to be able to be carried in a cargo pocket. Okay. And so that you can have it as a part of your EDC, you can keep it with you everywhere you go, and you got the basic stuff, right? So this has a 2-pack Halo chest seal, which you can see right here. Then it's got the Z-folded combat gauze, which is right there. And I'm not opening this because I'm going to send it to you guys and I want it to be unopened, or I'm going to send it to the winner. Then we've got some flat folded duct tape, which is in the center and you can't really see that. And then you have a pair of gloves, which is right there, and then you have a 4-inch flat mini responder emergency trauma dressing. Okay, so that's going to cover like the bulk of you know, big items that you might have to deal with, and you could do a variety of different treatments with that stuff. This is a pretty cool kit. If you want something a little bit more comprehensive, or, you know, with a little bit more stuff in it, I'm going to show you the contents of this one. This is called the Small of the Back kit. Now this is the one that I carry, and it came with this tourniquet, and I bought the pouch separate. So this is a, what is it, a SOF tourniquet, soft tourniquet that came with this. And the Small of the Back kit was basically designed to be worn like at the back of a war belt or something along those lines. I carry it in my side panel of my door in my truck because it's just super easy to grab, and when I run up on a car accident or something like that, I just take this with me in case there's anything, you know, major bleeding that I needed to treat or whatever. So you can see it's got a separate kit. You can pull it out like that. It's really cool. I added the needle for decompression in the chest. It also has a Sharpie. Okay, that's all that's in that. So then we've got another 4-inch emergency trauma dressing, just like was in the Slick Kit. We've got Z-folded combat gauze, also in the Slick Kit. We've got Halo Vented chest seals, 2-pack, just like that. Other kit as well. Set of gloves. Now we've got, and what's additional here is you've got another thing of compressed gauze right here. And then we also have a size 28 nasopharyngeal airway. All right. And then some flat folded duct tape. Come here. Right there. And some BZK antiseptic towelettes. So that's a pretty cool, you know, for major bleed at a car accident. That's going to, you know, give you the basic stuff. You got an airway there. You've got some gauze. You've got some duct tape. Emergency dressing. You could do, you know, lots of stuff like that, right? That's a really good kit, and it's a very small, compact package. Fits perfectly in the door side panel of my truck, and I'm sure many other trucks as well. Now, let me show you what I carry in. And the other thing I have in my truck is a Bearfac 3.0, and I have it attached to the back of the headdress. And I keep that one in there, and that is for us to be able to grab if we had to treat ourselves in a car wreck or something. And it's just right there where I can pull it out right behind the passenger headrest, and I feel real comfortable with that. It works pretty good. In my wife's vehicle, I keep the Adventure Kit 2.0. Now, I have a full video on this. I think this is really a good kit to keep in a family vehicle where, you know, you've got multiple people and all that kind of stuff that you're, you know, if it's like the vehicle that you normally drive and stuff, that's a really good kit to have in there. The other thing I want to throw out here, and I'll try to wrap this up before too long, is from an SHTF perspective, or if you're worried about some sort of an economic collapse or something like that where maybe hospital care is not going to be readily available, then you need to have a wound care bucket, okay? And I've done a video on this as well, so you guys can check that. I'll try to link these videos below. This thing is jam-packed full of gauze of all different shapes and sizes and all that. And the idea here is that it's going to give you everything that you need to be able to treat a serious laceration or gunshot wound for 30 days. So I've got 2 of these buckets because one gunshot wound is probably going to take about 6 weeks to entirely heal, and you're going to have to change those bandages pretty much every day. So you know, that's a pretty big deal. So that's that. If you're fairly new to the disaster preparedness industry and you are looking around and you're like, I don't really know where to start. From a statistics standpoint, starting with medical in your vehicles makes a lot of sense. Probably a close second right behind that is going to be outfitting your house with fire protection equipment. You know, 10-pound fire extinguishers, you know, like some kind of particle or smoke reduction mask, you know, fire blankets, escape ladders, those kinds of things. All right. That is from a statistical standpoint. You are more likely to need these kinds of items than you are, you know, some of the down the line kind of things. You know what I mean? Even before food. It's unlikely in America that anybody is going to starve to death anytime soon, you know, barring some crazy black swan event, okay? I'm not saying don't stock your food up. What I'm saying is that there are more common things that could happen that could cause a disaster in your life than something affecting nationwide food supply. We live in a very food-rich country, and so it seems unlikely. You might not get the things that you want. You might have some shortages here and there, and all that kind of stuff. That is true, but you're still going to be able to find food to eat, most likely. And again, unless it was some kind of a crazy situation. But it's possible, and many of you probably have been in car accidents. In fact, if you do get into a car accident and you use the components in this kit, Bear over at Refuge Medical, he also runs the Bear Independent channel, he'll restock whatever items you need from your kit. All you got to do is contact him and let him know about the situation that happened, and he'll send out to you, the whatever components you used. So it's like a lifetime guarantee. You buy these kits once, even if you use them 10 times, you only got to buy it once. Right? That's a pretty cool thing. That I don't think there's any other medical companies out there that are willing to do that for you. And so I think you should give them a look. If you haven't, already checked out their website, check it out. It's refugemedical.com. Put a few items in there. These would make great. Any one of these things would make really great Christmas gifts for people that you love. People in your family and friend group and all that kind of stuff. And if you use the discount code Reality Survival, I can save you 10%, and then I'll get a few bucks back as well. You'll be supporting the channel, so I definitely appreciate it. Yay, capitalism. All right. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this video. Think about it. It's a pretty serious situation, and it's very likely that at some point in your life you could have to use these kind of medical devices or this kind of medical equipment. So. Take care, and don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.